This is the Daily Roundup on the Earts Cambodia channel. A very good evening to you. I'm Andrew Barnes-Roberts. Over 100 traders at BKK Market in Phnom Penh have tested positive for COVID-19. The number is expected to rise, with more people coming forward for testing. Alarm bells were raised on Monday when the first cases were confirmed. The market has now been closed for at least the next 14 days. Authorities have urged everyone who went into the market between the 21st and 26th of June to have a test at BKK's Siem High School. Those who live near the market are also being encouraged to come forward for testing. BKK Market in BKK1 is extremely popular, with a high number of civil servants and expats living in the neighborhood. Chairman of the Bung Keng Kong Market Commission, Mr. Ek Nimol, says his working group is cooperating with doctors to locate those who need testing. He does expect the number of cases linked to the market cluster to increase. The market has been completely shuttered and is due to reopen only on Tuesday, the 13th of July. Phnom Penh state markets, like BKK, were allowed to resume full trading earlier this month. Private markets received the go-ahead just last week. Prime Minister Hun Sen, in his capacity as leader of the Cambodian People's Party, has joined his regional political counterparts virtually to mark the 30th anniversary of the ASEAN-Russia Dialogue Partnership. It was July 1991 when a Russian deputy prime minister first represented his country at what was the 24th ASEAN ministerial meeting in Kuala Lumpur. Russia's Prime Minister, Mr. Dmitry Medvedev, represented the Russian Federation at Tuesday's talks in his capacity as chairman of the United Russia Party. In his remarks, Prime Minister Hun Sen said that Cambodia is pinning its hopes on the roles of ASEAN's political parties and Russia as we, quote, address challenges together and make efforts to create a better world for friendship, cooperation, peace, and sustainable development. The Prime Minister said Cambodia is proud of the solid and progressive cooperation made between Russia and ASEAN, underscoring that Russia has been an important partner in maintaining peace, security, and stability in the region. He pointed out that Russia is currently ASEAN's 8th biggest trading partner. As the incoming chair of ASEAN, the Prime Minister said Cambodia would like to see priority placed on the fight against COVID-19, as well as on the promotion of a resilient recovery. He said, I am optimistic that Russia and ASEAN can do a lot more collectively in this regard, through enhancing trade, investment, and tourism flows, among others. The Prime Minister also said that ASEAN and Russia must double down on collective efforts to promote the UN-centered international system with, quote, an open, fair, stable, and predictable regional architecture in the Asia-Pacific based on the principles of mutual respect, mutual understanding, non-interference, and win-win cooperation. Dialogue partner status is granted to nations regarded as friends of ASEAN. During last week's visit to Phnom Penh, UK Foreign Secretary Mr. Dominic Raab requested that status for the UK when Cambodia assumes the chairmanship of ASEAN next year. The request has been approved, making the UK ASEAN's 11th dialogue partner. Cambodia has reported its second highest daily COVID-19 death toll at 19. The highest was 20 deaths reported on Saturday, the 19th of June. The Ministry of Health released its daily figures just before noon on Tuesday. Over the past 24 hours, 723 new cases have been reported, including 98 imported cases. There have been 709 patient recoveries, but with 19 deaths, the country's total COVID-19 death toll has reached 575. Cambodia's total COVID-19 case tally is edging closer to 50,000 at 49,255. The total number of patients treated successfully since the pandemic reached Cambodia is 43,473. Its total number of imported cases is 2,409. Good news for those living in and around Siem Reap. The city's roadworks, involving no less than 38 separate projects, are nearing 65% completion. Project engineers say all work will be finished before the end of the year. Almost 110 kilometers of road are either being built or repaired, complete with new drainage systems and pavements. The roadworks first started towards the end of last year. By the time they're finished, they'll have cost the royal government $150 million. On Monday, Minister of Public Works and Transport, Mr. Sun Chantol, led an inspection visit. He says the purpose was to ensure that technical standards were being adhered to in the interests of quality and durability. He says by the time the roadworks are complete, Siem Reap will have vastly improved road infrastructure and will be ready to welcome tourists, echoing statements by the royal government in recent weeks that Cambodia does hope to reopen its borders fully towards the end of the year. Stay with us. Coming up after the break, I'll be talking sport and lifestyle. Earts Cambodia's audience is growing. Our YouTube channel now has 150,000 verified subscribers. To mark the milestone, we've received the Silver Creator Award from YouTube, given to channels with over 100,000 subscribers. YouTube CEO Susan Wojcicki says the award celebrates Earts Cambodia's hard work and incredible achievement. She says not only has Earts Cambodia brought a unique voice and style to the world, but has also created valuable connections and built a community along the way. The next milestone we're going for is 1 million subscribers, and we'd really like that Gold Creator Award. So if you're not already a subscriber, head to www.youtube.com/earts Cambodia. Subscribers get all the latest breaking news and updates from Cambodia in English. We'll see you there. If it's happening and you need to know about it, you'll get it all right here. EAC News brings you updates and breaking news in English across all of Earts Cambodia's platforms and channels. YouTube, Facebook, Telegram, Twitter, and our website, www.eartscambodia.com. Join me, Andrew Barnes-Roberts, and the rest of the EAC News team every day on your favorite channels. EAC News, Cambodia made clear. It is a headline day at Euro 2020. On Tuesday night, either England or Germany will reach the quarterfinals of the tournament. They play at Wembley Stadium, which will also host the semi-finals and finals early next month. In the night's other last 16 encounter, Sweden take on Ukraine. 3 of the 4 quarterfinals have already been decided. Switzerland will take on Spain on Friday night after both teams advanced on Monday. It was a penalty shootout that decided things between Switzerland and France, with the Swiss eventually winning 5-4 in one of the biggest upsets of the tournament. There were also goals aplenty in the night's other match, with Spain overcoming Croatia 5-3. Belgium will play Italy in their quarterfinal on Saturday, and the Czech Republic will take on Denmark later the same day. The 4th quarterfinal, to be decided on Tuesday night, will be played on Sunday afternoon. Monday's dramatic games took Euro 2020's goals tally into record territory. So far this tournament, 118 goals have been scored, 10 more than the previous record set in 2016. There is a major restoration project underway at Ankor. The Apsara Authority is taking advantage of the lack of international tourists to carry out some much-needed renovations. It hopes to have the work completed before the Ankor Archaeological Park is teeming with tourists once again. The latest part of the park receiving attention is the famed Bayon Temple. The stones that have long laid around its moat are being relocated. Deputy Director of the Department of Conservation of Monuments at Ankor, Mr. Sim Torn, says the stones have been scattered for hundreds of years and include nearly 3,000 pieces, many of which fell from the temple. They are being carted off for separate restoration work and will eventually be returned when the Bayon is restored. Also under restoration, the famous Takao Gate at Angkor Thom, which visitors pass through on their way to the Bayon. The gate's famous bridge and roadway are also undergoing repairs. While the pandemic has kept thousands of tourists away, it has allowed this work to be carried out uninterrupted. Officials hope to welcome tourists back by the fourth quarter of this year, with Cambodia's vaccine rollout progressing very well. The focus will first be on the country's regional tourism markets, most especially China and Thailand, with possible travel bubbles being discussed. All right, let's take a look at tomorrow's weather. Thank you for watching the Daily Roundup here on the Earts Cambodia channel. For more breaking news and updates, check out our website, www.e-artscambodia.com. More from the EAC news team tomorrow night at 8. We'll see you then.